My relatives declared, "We don't ever want to lay eyes on you again because of a falsehood." 9 years on, I'm prepared to reciprocate. It all began when I was 22. My cousin Beatrice claimed I had taken her grandmother's emerald necklace during the family gathering. She positioned herself before the whole group, tears flowing freely, directing her finger at me as if I were a thief. It had been sitting right here on my dresser. She wept dramatically, and now it's missing. Except she was the only one who entered my room. I had stepped into her room for precisely 90 seconds to retrieve my phone charger. The whole family exploded in outrage. My uncle insisted I turn out my purse. My aunt labeled me envious and malicious. Dad remained quiet while Mom expressed her disapproval with a shake of her head. Beatrice's act was worthy of an award. In less than an hour, I became an outcast. "We don't ever want to lay eyes on you again," my father stated from the porch. "You've shamed this family." I attempted to clarify. I attempted to protect myself. But Beatrice's sobs proved more persuasive than my reality. So I departed. No farewell, no argument, simply vanished. During the initial year, I hoped someone would offer regrets, to recognize their error. Instead, silence greeted me. They blocked my contact, erased me from family pictures on social networks. When my grandmother passed away, no one informed me until after the burial. I constructed a fresh existence, relocated to Portland, launched a tech firm with 2 college buddies. We created an application that monitors high-end items via blockchain authentication. It turned out I excelled at entrepreneurship exceptionally well. By the 5th year, we had sold the business for $23 million. My portion amounted to $8.4 million. By the 7th year, I'd founded an investment company. I focused on purchasing distressed property holdings and revitalizing them. Last month, while evaluating possible purchases, I spotted it. Wellington Properties, LLC, my uncle's enterprise. The very uncle who insisted I turn out my purse. His holdings were overwhelmed by obligations following several poor decisions. He faced bankruptcy in 60 days. I placed some calls, leveraged some connections. In 2 weeks, I controlled all of his liabilities, every mortgage, every loan, every credit facility. Then I initiated foreclosure proceedings. The relatives learned when the eviction papers were delivered. 12 properties, including the ancestral home where that gathering occurred, where Beatrice had shed her insincere tears, where my father had expelled me. My phone began to ring incessantly. Messages poured in. Abruptly, everyone knew my number once more. "Please," my aunt pleaded, "we'll be ruined. Relatives must support relatives," my uncle declared, his voice trembling. My father recorded a message. "I realize we haven't communicated, but certainly you wouldn't ruin your own kin." I delayed precisely 24 hours. Then I replied to each message with identical content. One photograph. It captured Beatrice's Instagram update from 8 years prior. The post showing her adorned with grandmother's emerald necklace. The one she'd alleged I took. The caption stated, "Discovered grandma's necklace in my winter coat pocket. Grateful. Treasured family keepsakes." She'd shared it 6 months after appending my world. She'd been aware the entire time. Beneath the captured image, I added, "I don't ever want to lay eyes on you again." Then I blocked every one of them. The properties went to auction last week. I contributed the earnings to an organization that assists individuals falsely accused in reconstructing their futures. Yesterday, I received a note from Beatrice. No sender's address. Enclosed was one lone sentence. "I'm sorry. I incinerated it. Certain regrets arrive far too delayed. Certain acts of disloyalty cannot be pardoned. And certain relatives simply aren't worth keeping. I'm thriving perfectly without them."